And good evening. We do have a weather situation going on this afternoon, and welcome. Severe thunderstorms are rampant this afternoon, as we've got several, as we were a little bit out and got back as quick as we could to cover the weather. Let's take a look at what we have on radar now. As we go to Doc's radar this afternoon, we have 3 separate severe thunderstorm warnings that are active right now. As we go to Lauderdale County, let's look what we have here. The worst of it's going to be in the western side of the state, east side of the state, county rather. Severe thunderstorm warning until 4:15. Now, this does include portions of Southeast Kemper and Lauderdale counties. At 3:51, a thunderstorm located over Lauderdale, or 12 miles northwest of Cuba, was moving at 30 miles an hour. It will be near Tamola around 3:35 as we look at this. We have another severe thunderstorm warning here for Kemper until 4:45, and then a pretty strong thunderstorm going on in Neshoba County until 4:30. Let's look at what we've got going on in Lauderdale, and we will work our way northward and then talk about a partial building collapse that we've had in Lauderdale County that just happened a few moments ago. Now, as we look at Lauderdale County, let's look at what we have here. Again, as I mentioned, this is going to be in the eastern portion of the county. Rainbow Lakes is getting a lot of rain this afternoon, and a lot of lightning strikes that we're seeing here as we go across these areas. This happened 3 minutes ago, lightning strikes just to the east of Northeast High School. Look at this. This is coming up on Dalewood. A lot of rain there, Toomsuba. Also a lot of rain there at Tom Bailey Lake occurring. That's the worst of what we've got. The storm came in over MCC, and I was out in that area there on 8th Street just a little bit ago, and you could feel it picking up the back of the Tahoe. The wind was so strong. Now, we've got numerous power line outages right now of downed trees that have hit power lines, and I'm trying to make sure we got all the messages that are coming in. Let's see here. Bailey Fire Department out on Pine Springs Road with a tree smoking on power lines. We'll get that up here in just a second, as that's across the road also. Well, it's a lot happening all at once for a little thunderstorm to have come up and caused all this. Let's see if we can't get this posted so we can show you a picture of this also. That should be up in just a moment there. Let me get this, the weather pinned to the top of the page where everybody will be able to follow it easily. And we'll go from there and keep track of what we have coming in. Severe thunderstorm warnings throughout the area right now. Let's see. Almost got that, and we can pin that. All right, the weather now is to the top of the page of anything that we add here. Let's go back and look at our thunderstorms, and then we're going to come back and look at the rest of this as we get into radar. And again, Lauderdale County, and here's Kemper County as we cross this just north of the Cefco, Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena. 2 Mile Bottom all the way to the Chicken Shack is going to be rough as you reach Portable there on Highway 45, and then east to the state line. Very rough there on State Line Road in eastern Kemper County. Now, if you're traveling Highway 39, pretty rough showers as you get up to Daleville. It'll lighten up as you cross on toward DeKalb. Gets better there. The eastern side of Kemper at this point in time, the worst there, approaching Scuba just south of there. The Cowboy Church here. Now, again, not raining in Scuba just yet, but this is moving to the northeast. Anywhere around Lauderdale, anywhere north of Dalewood, be on the lookout. Now, look at this, what's going on now that we've got going on in Neshoba County that is moving to the northeast. If you're in Winston County watching us, it's going to be rough there. And we do have a lot of power outages that we're going to look at here in just a moment. Let's look here at what we've got. This is going to be at Burnside Park. We've got a pretty good thunder boomer that is coming down. It should be at Noxubee in 16 minutes. Stalo, you're going to have this in 8 minutes. Been fishing there many times. Claytown in 20 minutes, and Estes in 24 minutes. As you'll see this path as it goes into Winston County right across that line. Again, here's Noxubee. You're going to be included in that storm as well. A lot of rain coming. Now, this storm here, this is moving to the northeast, will be at the Indian Mounds here in just a few moments. It will reach Nanawaya within 11 minutes, Vernon in 21 minutes, and then again go right there across the Nanawaya pit stop. So if you're in that area in Winston County, be prepared. Anywhere around the Indian Mounds, up here at Bogachita, look at this rain coming down. North of the police station, north of the hospitals is the worst that we've got in Neshoba County right now, and it's pouring. Deputies doing everything they can to make sure all roads are clear. Right here on the Kemper County line, now Preston, y'all be ready as well. Fern Springs, you're going to have the storm in 25 minutes. But as we see that Linville is here, this is going to be Preston. We got heavy rain. Look at that. That is approaching on Highway 495 toward that intersection of 493, 397. Right there, it's going to be a little cluster in a few moments. And again, this will reach Fern Springs within 25 minutes as we look closer at this storm. Another storm will reach that in 18 minutes. That thunderstorm, pretty rough right there around the Preston area. Y'all be prepared for that as we watch this. Now, back to what I was saying just a moment ago. Let's go back and look at this. Part of this building was collapsed to begin with, but as we have footage coming in, this is going to be 20th Street, 20th Avenue, and 10th Street. As we put this on a still picture, as you can see, the front of this building has collapsed. Wasn't a lot of the building to begin with, but that wind caught it and knocked the rest of it down. 20th Avenue, the road is still travelable, but a little bit there on the roads there. But that building, so you just pop that on down there. So keep that in mind as you're in that area. Now, we also, let me refresh this and show you the new picture that we got up just a moment ago of a tree down that we know of that for some reason has not shown up. Must have an issue with my phone and service out here. I've had, well, that would be it. You have to hit post, don't you? I think we got a new severe thunderstorm warning coming in. Let's see what that was. Let's go to severe thunderstorm warning. Kemper County. Let's move back in here and look at Kemper County of what we've got so you can see this. As this moves forward, this northern portion of Lauderdale County, and let's look at our lines of what we've got. This is going to cut across here at the West Lauderdale area. Highway 19 will cut right across Okeechobee. We'll come across Northcrest Baptist Church and then go kind of to the southeast just above Highway 19 and go north there at Alamucha, there at the fire department, and then go due north across the county. It's getting lighter there across Dalewood, although it's hard to see. Highway 45 still dangerous as we get into Kemper County. That second thunderstorm warning that we've got there now, a special weather statement was just issued a few moments ago. A strong thunderstorm will impact eastern Kemper County through about 4:45. So we got 55 minutes or so remaining on this. Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm over Porterville, 13 miles east of DeKalb, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. Gusty winds, and this could take out power lines, and this should reach electric mills by 4 o'clock. So here's what we've got here, and the electric mills is going to be right along in here. It's just a few miles outside of Scuba of those of you who are familiar with electric mills. And this will take in that eastern side of the county. A separate thunderstorm warning, again, happening on that west side. If you're over near Preston, Linville, a lot of rain in that area moving out of Neshoba County, moving to the northeast, and will impact Noxubee County as well, just south of Sugarlock. So our northern portion, they're getting a lot of rain there around the Indian Mountains and all. This will be at Triples Corners in 28 minutes. Now, the southern end of this starting to look better. South of Tucker looks good at this point. If you're anywhere down here in the southern portion in between there and Union, it's going to be light rain. That's good, isn't it? The further north we go as we get to the police station, just past that four-way and across where the Coliseum is where it's going to start picking up in intensity. The further east you go in Neshoba County, Boga Chitto and northward there on that county line is rough. As we look at Kemper County, it's pouring, and I know a few of y'all are watching us in those areas there of Kemper County where it's just rough. Lauderdale County starting to look better as we look at the big picture here, moving out, starting to downplay there. A lot of rain over here around Demopolis, Uniontown as well. Columbus, flood warning in that area there as it makes its way towards Sugarlock. Now, let's look at what we've got going on here, and let's update this to get the latest of what we have going on with EMEPA power outages. So you'll see this. Let's zoom in on the Meridian area, and we'll go northward from there. As we look at this, we got about 73 people in the city of Meridian without power is what we're looking at. And as we zero about 40 people there Let's get to this Crescent Lake Road, right along in there. We got a lot of people without power there. East Crescent Lake Road Drive. Zero Road, right along in there is where you're out. Zero here, Zero Road. As we get a little bit closer on that, C.A. Pickard Road, we got about 2 people here, and then to the west of there, East Crescent Lake Drive is where that 37 people are without power. As we go north, a few people here, and then we get out to the West Lauderdale area on Pine Springs Road. And this is, let me show you what caused that. You'll see that. That's 32 people without power. Let me show you why. We've got that picture loaded now with the power outages there. And let me get here. Here's what we got here is the power line. A tree is on a power line here. It sparked a little bit there. It's Bailey Volunteer Fire Department working on that to get that power restored is why you don't have power in the Bailey area. Now, I've heard numerous trees throughout the county down Confederate Drive. There is a tree down on Confederate Drive also this afternoon as the Northeast Volunteer Fire Department jump into action to come out to work on that as well. As we pull back up and keep radar up, let me get that up where you can see Doc's Toyota radar. Let's check messages, make sure we hadn't got anything new in this afternoon. EMEPA has arrived on the scene there to help out in Bailey. I did get a report of that now. Let's see, thunderstorm warnings, we got all that information. All right, as always, if you're watching and you've got an update for us, please let us know. Let's go over here now and get a hold of some Mississippi Power and show what we've got coming in with that. All right, Mississippi Power, let's look at that at the moment to look how many people are without power on that. And we turn that where you can see more. Quite a few here. Let's start here. This is going to be on Old Highway 80 West. Roughly 500 people, 460 people there without power, a few else around that. Here's what we've got. 56th Avenue, 53rd Avenue, any of you who live in those areas, Oakland Park Street, Manning Street. Now, again, this is going to be right behind San Marcos Mexican Restaurant is where this is. Trustmark Bank that closed over here. Right due west of there is where that power outage is of about 500. Let's go here to 12th Street, 48th Avenue. We've got roughly 40 people there without power, and that's going to be just north of there. And again, as I told you just a few minutes ago, as the storm started, I was sitting about right here when that storm come through, and it did pick up the back of the Tahoe, and that makes sense of this being out here, that strong gust of wind come across there down those trees. As we back out, take a look at what else we've got. Let's go right here. This is going to be on Highway 39, about 32 people with Mississippi Power. Center for Dermatology, right there. This is going to be due south of 46 Court is what we've got. And then we got some more people in Marion without power here. Let's look at this. This puts us at about 107 people is what they're calling this. Let's zoom in on this. Here's Lysia Road. This is going to be on Confederate Drive, as I mentioned a moment ago. I'd gotten word that a tree was out there, a tree down blocking a roadway. And that's it right there at Stroud Street, Confederate Drive. About 170 of you in the dark watching us at this point. Be careful there. Now, as we go out Tompton, Highway 45, Holiness Church area, we got about 12 customers there, and then one other person there. Here's Chip Pickering Road. Here's Minnebucket Road. And, of course, this is going to be where you get all your deer taken care of there at Lockhart. Sugar Bears in that area there on Fred Clayton Road without power from Mississippi Power. That stuff hits without warning, doesn't it? As we look back over here in Decatur, a few folks, not many, we got 2 customers out in Decatur without power right now as we look at that. Now, let me go back and let's just pull up and look at some other places across Newton, Southern Pine, and we will pull up Central Electric and Fork County also, just to cover all of our bases on most places that watch here. Let's go here to take a look now. As we pull this up, around the Newton area, we're going to have about 76 people just north of Newton here. Here's Decatur. If you're watching from that area there, you also without power there. Cumberland Road. Barham Road without power there. And south of there, Bay Springs area, look at that. A good portion of you. What is that, 160 or so, 170 people without power there. Now, as we go over here to take a look, as we get into Neshoba County, there's a lot of you without power as we look at this. The Tucker area, about 125 people. As we get here at 19, this is going to be on 491 is where this is. Up to 491 Old Jackson Road area there. And this will take you back around this area, past Talbot Enterprises, back to 19. As we zoom in, County Road 1703, County Road 298, 4306 in Neshoba County. You've got about 50 people in that area without power. Now, if you're traveling 15 toward Philadelphia, there's a heap of you without power. As we get here to Neshoba, about 560 on this western side here, hovering 485, County Road 485, 351, 325, all of those areas right up to the city limits there at Williams Brothers. Over in Madden, about 300 people. Harmony area over around Edinburgh, 60 people. As we move up 19, we're on County Road 505. Look at that. Sanitary landfill, County Road 533. About 125 people without power as we get into the Boca Chita area on Highway 21. 33 people without power. These areas, they're not liking it for sure. Sebastopol looks okay at this point, but a lot there as we get south of Dixon there, Neshoba County Fairgrounds, about 600 people without power. Not exactly what you want there. And for whatever reason, Fork County is not giving me theirs. We'll have to look that up in a little bit there at Fork County. Let's go back to radar now as we track these severe thunderstorm warnings. Lauderdale County now out of a severe thunderstorm warning as this has moved into eastern Kemper County just south of Scuba. Look at this as we see these storms approaching Kemper County, Scuba area. Cowboy Church, pouring rain as we see it there. The Chicken Shack, Baca Valley getting a lot of rain, and this will be affecting Highway 16 Giles area in the next little bit. Now, it's just a special weather statement for this eastern side of Kemper County until 4:45, and that's a few more minutes on that. And again, that storm moving across here as we see that, but there is no thunderstorm warning there. The same for over at Kim Waste. We have a special weather statement for y'all also as it moves across there until 4:30. The Geiger area, and why you're getting that is this storm moving out of DeKalb. Now, as we move back over here on this western side, this is until 4:45, the severe thunderstorm warning, and as you can see, it is quickly moving to the north and northeast and may not be around to hold that 4:45 level of a severe thunderstorm warning. The worst of weather that we've got. Now, again, raining pretty heavy there east of Scuba. If you were to go down Saguenay Hill, those areas there around where the Super Stop used to be, where the Dollar General is. We got a lot of rain in there, where the Woodyard was. East Side Grocery. It's got a different name now, but East Side Grocery, I think most people that live in DeKalb will know what I'm talking about. Heavy, heavy rain right along in there at this point. Now, as we move up here into this western side, it's a thin strip here as we look at this, right around the Dollar General, all up there around Linville. The worst over Linville now moving forward over 21 Highway 397 at that fork there. Man, that's a lot of rain. Highway 21, if you're going to be going in to Neshoba or into Winston County, be careful. All around the Indian Mounds, it is pouring heavy, heavy rain now as we look at this. Even up here at the Nanawayu pit stop, heavy rain there. Here's Noxubee as we look at this, and the intersection right there of 490 and 393. That's some of the worst weather that we've got there in Winston County right now. And again, that severe thunderstorm warning will run for another 20 minutes until 4:30 there for Winston County. Now, let's look at this as this moving out of Kemper County and moving into Noxubee County, areas that need to have their heads up. Let's see what this has got to say. This will be at Macedonia in 17 minutes. Now, again, here's Sugarlock. That's going to be west of you and north of Highway 21 is where that is located. Macedonia Cemetery, Shack Road, and that's going to be Honey Lake Road is where that storm is headed in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Here's Highway 45. After you go past Scuba, you'll go through Presley Bottom and make it up to Wahala, crossing into Noxubee County. And at this point, not really raining in Sugar Lock. It's all in that southwest corner of Noxubee County, coming out of Winston County, Kemper County, and back over here at these areas around Neshoba County. Now, we give the all clear for downtown Philadelphia at this point. It's still raining a little bit, periods of heavy rain, but not like it is at the county line, the Winston Kemper County line. As you get out by Doc's Toyota, pretty good amount of rain coming down right now. Use caution in those areas. As we get into Winston County, getting probably the largest amount of rain over territory. Most of this is going to be east of Highway 15, Highway 14, moving right along over here to the rural route. As we look at Highway 490, boy, 397. If you're trying to make it to Louisville on 397, it is cutting a rug right now. Drive careful. If you can get to a safe space, a parking lot somewhere, wait a few moments. Do not pull over on the edge of the road right on it, because an accident can happen quickly there. As we look out at Ricky Bobby's place, it's not too bad out there. Matter of fact, as you'll see there, no rain happening in Wyandotte right now. That's the good news. Now, Utah, Alabama. This is going to be moving out of Utah, moving toward Tuscaloosa, Moundville, and those areas there. Greensboro, Utah, y'all got a lot of rain right now. Again, as we recap this, Lauderdale County now out of a severe thunderstorm warning. Can't beat that at all. That is calmed down over the last few moments. We still got a Neshoba County severe thunderstorm warning, and it's going to only be for the northeast corner of the county until 4:30. We see this in Kemper County, but they're holding on this until 4:45 as it moves right along into Noxubee County. We'll see if the National Weather Service extends this for Noxubee County or not. We could have this fading out of Kemper in the next few moments. We've got, 15 minutes remaining on the severe thunderstorm warning for Neshoba County, and this puts us at about roughly 30 minutes for this severe thunderstorm warning is happening there. Let's go back and see if we've had any updates. I've been away from the page. Let's see what's happening there, if we've gotten any more reports of anything. And we have not. Everything kind of floating along like it was. We got a picture in just a few moments ago just to show you how it looked in Newton County. And y'all look at this. This was over East Central Community College. Look at those clouds that we had. Wow, oh wow. Nancy, as you put it there, it does look angry. And let's go back and do some refreshing and check what we've got going on here with EMEPA. If we've large amount of people now in Kemper County. Let's pull this up where you can see this. As we get this looking better, equipment down to 373 in the Meridian area, 63 that are in Neshoba County. And as we get to this Kemper County, look at this in Scuba. Let's pull this down where we can see this, and we'll look at these other areas. But Scuba is mostly dark at this point if you're watching us from there. And this is going to be all the way over there from where my folks grew up there on 12th Street, Johnson Street, downtown, Main Street without power. And this is going to go out all the way here to Old DeKalb Road. This is going to be the dummy line, the dirt road out here where the road splits and where you go out to where the church is, all of that, Antioch. No power out to them. Believe it or not, people still live there. It is more or less not a lot of people live that direction. I'll put it that way. But downtown Scuba without power, that's going to make it tough there at the gas stations here. Burns and Burns will be without power there if you're trying to get a subway for a little while. Hopefully they'll get that back up. Kyla says she's in the dark, right down from the Methodist Church there in Scuba. Hope we get that. Southeast Lauderdale is okay. All warnings are out. We got light rain occurring there. Let's go back to radar, and let me just show you what we're looking at with thunderstorms. I wanted to look at wind gust of where we are at this point as we pull this up to look about here. Meridian area getting about 29-mile-an-hour gust at this point. As we move in here at the county line, Kewanee running about 36. It's windy out there. Cuba, Alabama, you also at about 32. Tompton about 25. Collinsville has calmed down at about 23. When we get into the Decatur now, it's still windy. Look at that, 36-mile-an-hour gust. And you get up to Philadelphia down to about 25. Carthage, y'all are clocking anywhere from 35 to 42 miles an hour there. Morton also at about 45-mile-an-hour gust with this wind. And what does that tell us? More power outages is what that means for you. And you hate to even tell somebody that when they're in the dark, but it certainly does look like we'll have more there. Let's look back at Mississippi Power again of what we've got without power. Now, as we look at this, this shows you the wind pattern of what we've had. This moved northeasterly across the county, hitting hard here around MCC, Highway 11 in those areas as it moved across the county toward Kemper. Again, we see that 150 people there. Right there on Highway 80, we looked at that a few moments ago. 12th Street still got about 40 people out. So we've got several out without power in these areas as we look at this. Hopefully crews will be able to get out here in just a little bit and get that back working again. That gives us a bird's eye view of what we've got. Let's go back into radar now and look at this. Okay, Gina, which plant are you talking about? You're going to have to give me just a little bit more information on that. We see that Philadelphia nearly clear at this point. This is moderate rain now north of Philadelphia, moving to the northeast. And as we get into Winston County, right here at the Winston Noxubee County line is going to be the worst of those three counties right there. As we look at this and expect this storm to be coming across, reaching Macon. If you're watching this from Macon, Mississippi, in the next 24 minutes, you'll have the storm moving across the hospital area there by Tim's Grocery, and then eventually making it out to the KFC area where McDonald's and all that is. Highway 14, we got a lot of rain coming down as we look at this. Now, this is going to be out by Bethel Baptist Church, pouring rain there all the way in. As you drop out of Louisville and you get past east of Lake Teocata, the rain's going to get worse. 397 coming in is a lot of rain there. 14, and the closer you get to Noxubee County, the heavier the rain is. As you look here at Highway 490, look at this intersection of 490 and 397. That's a lot of rain. And again, our severe thunderstorm warning, let's look at this, is going to run until 4:45 for Noxubee and Kemper. I probably will see a change in this in the next few moments here. We've got 10 minutes remaining, 11 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning for Neshoba County. And again, that's taken in Burnside Park, northern portion of that. Bogachita, we've still got a severe thunderstorm warning for there. As we get into Kemper County, this is going to cut across there at the coal plant will be sort of where it begins and go north. We're taking in 495, 493, that Cleveland area, and then cutting across there at DeKalb and following Highway 39 north up to Wahala is the way it will roll there. 70 degrees now, and you want to talk about a change. We were all sitting at about 89 degrees earlier. This rain came through, and we've got temperature at 70 there in Wahala. Over at Cyples Mills, let's see what we got. 70 there also. Major 19 degrees in difference there between what it was a while ago. Now, still moderate rain coming down in Scuba. Let's do a hard refresh here so we can see the absolute latest of what we've got going on there. But still pretty heavy rain there all around Scuba at the intersection. Now, Scuba, again, not under a severe thunderstorm warning, Linda Jane, but it is still raining pretty heavy at your house, isn't it, out there in the Giles community? Those dirt roads getting a lot there. Hard rain there on Highway 21, Barbara says, at Preston, just west of Sugarlock. Betsy says getting a lot of rain there also. And again, Scuba still in the dark there as we look at this. Now, I haven't gotten any new updates of any trees that were down added here in the last few moments. Let me check messages of what we've got. Okay, Highway 45 at Cotton Gin. We just got a tree that is off in the median. Not a tree, but a car in the median there. Highway 45. Mississippi Highway Patrol is on scene. All right, let me check messages here. All right, let's go back here and let me just see if we got anything that is new that it just. All right, let's go back to radar. Be careful in that area there. Let's see. Yeah, we've gotten several pictures of the rain moving into these areas, and we'd love to hear from you. And I don't know the answer to this. Sarita sent me a question a few moments ago, and I don't have the answer yet. But cell phones, for the most part, in the Bailey area today have not worked. I rebooted my phone several times, and then as I got into the edge of Meridian, there where the Covingtons live, Lee's Bait and Tackle, the phone came back on. We've had this anywhere out in the West Lauderdale area. Phone service has gone out, and I don't know why. What happened? If they had a tower down, that's very possible. But there was absolutely no service this afternoon in the area. Mine just worked just a moment ago. All right, let's go back to radar here. Here's what we got. Let's turn on some locations where you can see this as well in relation to where you are this afternoon. Now, as you look at Neshoba County, and again, they've got 7 minutes remaining on this, and they just haven't gotten rid of the severe thunderstorm warning. And this takes in all this portion up here in Winston County until 4:30. I do not see them extending this. This is going to go out about 7 minutes. As we look at this area around Scuba getting a lot of rain, but still not under severe thunderstorm warning. They have not issued the severe thunderstorm warning any further into Noxubee County. This cuts off right before you get to Sugarlock. See that? Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, there is a line right there I did not see. They've extended that just a few moments ago until 5:15. This is going to take in Oktibbeha, Winston County, and Lowndes County until 5:15. It'll be right there at the county line. Radar indicated a severe thunderstorm near Meshulaville, 13 miles east of Louisville. That's going to be on that Highway 14 corridor that we were talking about, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. Now, 60-mile-an-hour gust with this is radar indicated, and will be at Meshulaville about now, cutting through Brooksville and Crawford by 4:30 this afternoon if you're going to be in that area. Again, here's this Crawford area. As we see that moving across there. So Kemper County will be dying out there in DeKalb about 4:45 on this. So we got 25 minutes on this severe thunderstorm warning for southern Noxubee County and Kemper County. I do not see them on this Winston County, Neshoba County extending that all. I think we're going to be left with this area from the Kentucky Fried Chicken up to Crawford area. They're going to do that until 5:45. Still heavy rain moving northeasterly across that. Again, Scuba not under a severe thunderstorm, only a special weather statement that should end at the same time as the thunderstorm warning here. Now, as you'll see there just a few moments ago, the National Weather Service, I'm right, they took out this area here around Cypress Mills, and it's only this little bit of from Preston, Linville. You're not even under this now. They're letting this ride out until 4:30, this area around the Dollar General. And there's no threat. If you're watching us and you live right in that area around Preston, if you follow anywhere around 21 Highway 397, that threat, it's just some heavy rain. If you're driving, I would do so only with caution in those areas tonight, this afternoon rather. Now, the further north you go, it's going to get worse. If you follow 21 from Philadelphia through Kemper County over to Sugarlock, look at that at 21. It used to be the 21 quick stop. I don't know if that's still there or not, but it's heavy rain there at that intersection where 21 and 39 meet. And then as you get into the railroad tracks there, downtown Sugarlock, pouring rain there around the Dollar General, and where the, I don't think it's there anymore. Used to be the Piggly Wiggly, wasn't it? I think that's what that was. A lot of rain there, and then back over to where the Little Giant used to be. A lot of rain there as well as we travel those old roads there. Highway 45 to the west of you and to the east of you. Heavy rain around the hospitals, moving in on the hospital area there. Tim's Grocery going to be wet here in just a few moments there. Now, let's look at our big picture here. Lauderdale County, let's go back and look at this as we see that moderate rain over Oak Tibby. Nothing bad, no warnings whatsoever for Lauderdale County. Newton, you are looking good as well. We do have a shower at the west side of Newton County right here. This is going to be around Conahatta that y'all are getting wet. Right there at the intersection of 489. As we get Forest, looks good. And we got some light showers creeping across Jasper County that will affect. It's mostly north of Quitman at this point, making its way northward through the Clarkdale area. Some light showers, nothing bad, but it's headed that direction. As we look over for our friends on the Alabama side, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning around Utah, Alabama, that will be there until 5:15, moving to the northeast toward Tuscaloosa. We'll be at Moundville in 27 minutes, Powers in 21 minutes, and Stewart Community looks like in 11 minutes, if I'm looking at that correctly there. Most of these storms, if you were to put it on a scale of severity of 1 through 10, we're looking at roughly a 3 on most of these storms as it cuts across. Now, that sounds good and fine sounding it here unless you're sitting in it. Wahalak getting a good flood. And if you'll look here is what Justin is talking about. Right here. This is going to be the Baptist church there at the railroad tracks there. The Wahalak Baptist Church, Highway 45, where the back porch used to be. A lot of rain. There's a little church there, a little white church there behind it, there at the county line, getting a lot of rain. As you get into Sugarlock, it's going to be a rough area all the way into Macon. Be careful. Now, we're starting to see this break in Louisville. If you're west of downtown Louisville back toward Edinburgh, you're good. East, if you're still traveling Highway 14 toward Noxubee County, be careful. 2-lane road. It is a fairly good road, but we want you to get there safely this afternoon. Again, we've got 2 minutes remaining on this Neshoba County severe thunderstorm warning. It will run out at 4:30. This little bit of Kemper County in the northwest corner around Preston, about 2 minutes. And then as we get into Noxubee County, that's going to be a little bit longer, around 5:15 is what we're looking at. But the severe weather threat is dying down as I look at this. It's not near what it was. As we see right here on the edge of Alabama coming out of Noxubee County, if you live in Aliceville, I know a lot of folks watch us there. It'll be a storm there about 22. Joe saying they had some gusts of about 44 miles an hour. Looking better in Linville. Hey, Lynn, how are you doing this afternoon? I hope good. As we go back up here, hard rain just west of Sugarlock. Hey, Betsy. Now, I didn't know about this. Bad motorcycle wreck on Highway 11, just about 5 minutes. Is that minutes or miles outside of Enterprise, Hunter? If you know any more about that, let us know. That would be rough during a rainstorm to have a storm there. Let's see if we can get anybody to give us any information out of Clark County. I don't know what that's about. We'll send a message to the Sheriff's Department, see if we can get an answer there in Clark County and get some answers on that, see what they can tell us there. Initial reports there on right around, that would be just west of Chancellor's Place there on in the Enterprise area there. We'll find out what we can find out. All right, as we glance at this area over here, let's look at this of what we've got going on in Alabama. Here's Demopolis. Everything looks good around Demopolis. Let's turn off this where you can see just a little bit better there. Neshoba County, you're out of this severe thunderstorm warning. Kemper County has been canceled as well. Only a small severe thunderstorm statement until 4:45. That's going to be running out. We have just the extreme northern portion of Winston County until 5:15, and then over this area here around Macon. And again, this is a thunderstorm, but it's not making me go, oh gosh, I wouldn't want to lay down. It's not that looking better there. Now, as we look at this area here, let's look at all of this around Moundville, what we got going on in Akron and Greensboro, Union, Alabama. All these areas here. Pretty heavy rain right here at Wedgeworth, Alabama. That's moving northward toward Moundville and will eventually make its way to Tuscaloosa, if you'll see that. That severe thunderstorm warning lasts until 5:15 as well. Powers, Stewart, those areas there. And as you'll see there, as we look at our maps, it is directly headed toward Tuscaloosa. If you're in that area, you're going to get wet. That's until 5:15. Carrollton, Alabama, the storms are south of you and west of you. You'll get a little bit of rain. Not horrible, but you will get some rain through those areas there in the next little bit. Reform, Alabama, under severe thunderstorm warning as well. Berry, Fayetteville, as you get into the bigger portions up here around Amory, all this stuff moving to the northeast is what we've got showing. As we look at south of us, not anything really horrible at this point. Vicksburg, a few showers. So we are better. Our last severe thunderstorm warning that we're watching, that is the intensity is going down, is going to be the Macon, Mississippi area. That's what we've got there. Let's see here. Let me check messages real quick. I'm going to leave radar up while I check these messages to make sure we got it all good. All right. As we look at this, I had someone want to know about this Thomasville, Linden area. Y'all are looking good. You got, if you're here at Thomasville, just to the northwest of you, got a thunderstorm area, Myrtle Wood, and those areas. Nothing bad. That's going to pass. It's all due north of you. I don't see anything that's scratching that. Let's go back and let me see if we've got any updates. And I do not there. Let's go back to radar. Let's go to check messages now. Some more messages, and we got them everywhere. I want to make sure we cover everything before we end the live. Let's see, nothing new that I have seen. Everything is just kind of floating along as this pops out. Let's go back one last time and look at what we've got with power outages as we look at all of this to see what we've got, what's on, what's out. As we look at Lauderdale County, we'll see that we got about 36 in the city of Meridian. In between here and DeKalb, about 3 people. And as we move here to the west around Kemper County, the western side, about 60 people there. Kemper, Scuba, still being the worst of what we've got, 335 people without power in downtown Scuba. As we go northward there, everything looks good around Louisville. But Kemper County there, total of 434 total, including Scuba. So that's a heap of folks, and that sounds like a transformer, something to that degree. They're working on getting that back. All right, let's go back here to Mississippi Power, see what they've got, if there's anything new. Again, we still got those same 150 people out here without power. I don't see anything new. This is even the same up here at Chip Pickering, 27 people without power. Let's look here at what we've got as we go over what's happening in Newton County. We got some people on Bay Springs area as we move southward there without some power. Getting better as they restore all of this. And let's look at Neshoba County here. Let's refresh this. Still a good people around the Bogachita area, about 100 people without power as we follow this up Highway 19 as we get near Tucker and all, about 200 people. And just to the west of Philadelphia, we're going to run the Edinburgh area there in south. Ebenezer, Madden area. It's going to be a little over 400 people in those areas without power. As you can tell, coming into Edinburgh, if you follow that, on Highway 427, 488, Road 123, there, a large area there without power there. But shaping up as power crews start now to move into these areas and take care of things. And again, you're right, Diane. Pray for those linemen. They have a lot on their hands as they're out and about. Radar shows us as we look back at this, Kemper County, you are good at this point. Noxubee County, the central portion, Meshulaville, as you get out near Mahana Bridge, y'all be careful in those areas there as we look at it. Here's the hospital. This right across this line, the Fields Place out in here, that is heavy rain as we look at that. Kentucky Fried Chicken still pouring there on Highway 45. We're looking good coming out of Louisville as you come across there at Crystal Ridge Road and you make your way. You'll pick back into rain there at Bethel Baptist Church on 14 into Macon. Now, again, as you get almost to Macon, it'll get worse. And east of Macon toward Aliceville, Alabama, making its way toward Carrollton. Not raining yet in Carrollton, but you will have it soon. Severe thunderstorm warning there until 5:30. Am I right? Let's look at that. 5:15. I was close. Columbus, as we see that flash flood warning around Columbus Air Force Base in those areas. Mississippi State, if you've got kids there, everything looks good. Hey, Hannah watching us from Scott County. Y'all look good there in Scott County. There we go. Y'all look good there. Just some showers around the east or west, northwest side of Newton County. Nothing bad. Again, all this is moving through. Tuscaloosa, y'all get ready. You're going to have a storm there. And again, this is blowing on through here through Noxubee County and will make its way across there. The eye of the storm, again, already in Alabama, and will reach Beavertown in 21 minutes, those areas there. That's sort of a recap of what we've had when it came to weather. North Hills, I haven't heard anybody say that they don't have power, Tina, in that area. There could be something isolated that I'm not aware of. Let me go back and just double check here and see if we've gotten anything new added to the page that I wasn't aware of. No, we're good on everything there. And again, this is that partial, we'll call it a partial building collapse, downtown Meridian, 20th Avenue and 10th Street. Some rough stuff there. Thank you for joining us. We'll keep you up to date. As always, as weather develops and things happen in our city, we'll be here to let you know all across the counties that'll join us and throughout Mississippi. Be careful in Bama as well there. We'll be back with more continued coverage as needed here at the Scotty Ray Report. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate that so much.